Hey everybody, I'm Jackie, the Sewing Pastor's Wife, and this is Friday Sews. The hashtag Friday Sews was created by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room. It is the best thing on YouTube, y'all, because if you search hashtag Friday Sews, it's going to bring back a ton of videos from sewists all over the world with every skill level imaginable, and you are going to love it. They're usually pretty short, and it's just a little bit about what we're sewing, what we want to sew, things that happened in the sewing room that week, maybe the things that we bought, and a little bit about our life outside of sewing. So I love being a part of it. I love watching the videos, and now I'm loving making them. So anyway, let's get started with Friday Sews. So this is the Rockford Raglan from Love Notions. It's the second one I made, and it looks a lot worse right now than it actually is because I have a microphone on and it's kind of made a wrinkly mess. But I did better on this one than my first one. The neckband is better. There's still a little pucker in the back, but I'm not going to worry about that. But I love it. I made it with the 3/4 length sleeves. I need to make some in short sleeves for the summer. And also, again, this one is huge, and I need to make a smaller, like one that's more my size. But anyway, I love it. So I am definitely going to have to get sewing because I'm about to run out of stuff that I've made to be wearing during Friday Sews. So that'll be a good motivation to keep going. But I said last week that I was hoping to at least get my little granddaughter's dress cut out, the everyday play dress from Love Notions, because I'm going to be studying to speak on Mother's Day at my church. And I've done exactly 0 studying for my message next week. But I did do some sewing, and I actually finished her dress almost. So I'm pretty excited about it. I didn't have any trouble with the neckband. I did not have any trouble with the neckband, y'all. It went right on. Actually, I did have one little bit, and yeah, like when I sewed it to the I missed a part, so there was a gap, but that was no big deal. Like, I just went and fixed it. It was not a big deal. So we're not going to look too carefully at this because, you know, mistakes were made. But overall, I'm so excited about it. I've sent her a picture, and she's so excited. But anyway, here it is. I have not hemmed the arms or the sleeves because I do not have any more white thread. I do not know what happened to my white thread. I mean, I have some on my serger, but I'm not taking that off. I don't know how I ran out of white thread. That's like the one thing I always have tons of, but somehow I don't have any more. So anyway, I have to wait to sew that. But otherwise, I have finished. I actually hemmed the bottom. You can see behind me that there's like a champagne-y colored thread, and I just went ahead and used that because you don't notice it so much down here on the bottom, but you really noticed it. I started it on the sleeves, and you could really see it. So I decided to wait until I got some white thread. But anyway, I'm so excited about it. It came out really cute as far as, I mean, I do not love this fabric, but she picked it out. So there's that. Anyway, I see a couple places where I need to cut some threads. But anyway, I am so excited. I cut it out last Sunday maybe, and then I worked on it some on Wednesday night. But I am really excited about this. This is all I accomplished as far as actual sewing this week. But I did something else that I'm probably even more excited about on Wednesday night. So I'm borrowing, or not borrowing, but I'm storing for my friend the Baby Lock Imagine serger, and I'm loving using it. So it has dark thread in it, and my serger, the one I bought, has white thread on it. But what happened was one of the threads broke, and it came threaded, so I've never had to thread it, and all I hear is the horror stories about threading the serger. So I was so scared to do it. I was like, I'm not going to be able to understand it. But anyway, it had white thread on it. So I thought, you know what? I'm not always going to have this Baby Lock. And now I've so seen the value of a serger that I don't want to ever be without one. So I'm going to need to figure out my serger. So I decided to try it on Wednesday night. PD, my husband, and Emma were at the church, and so I don't have anything going on Wednesday nights at church, so I stayed home. And anyway, I started fiddling with this serger. I threaded the serger. Okay, now it took a while. I had to watch about 1,000 videos, but I threaded the serger and it works beautifully. I mean, I'm so amazed. I fiddled with the tension until I got it right. it's fantastic. I cannot believe that I would let it sit for possibly a year and a half, maybe even 2 years, not using it. Well, really, honestly, I've hardly used it at all since I bought it. And now I'm like, no, I cannot live without a serger. Anyway, I'm so excited and so proud of myself that I got my serger threaded, and there was nobody home. It was awful. There was nobody home to be excited with. I mean, I like got up out of my chair and was dancing all over this room. Not even gonna lie. So I texted my friend Patty, who sews. She's like a professional sewer, like gets paid to sew, and sent it to her because I knew she'd understand. So she was excited for me, but it was sad there was nobody here to celebrate with. Also sad that if the people that live here would have been here, they really wouldn't have cared. So, well, I mean, they would have cared, but they just don't understand what an accomplishment that was. So anyway, I sewed this dress almost entirely on my serger, except for the gathering. I did it on the Elna back here. So I'm just ridiculously proud of myself. Ridiculously. So I'm serious when I tell you that I'm probably not going to get any sewing done this next week. I am going to go up to the office tomorrow and start prepping for my message. And maybe, who knows, it'll all come to me tomorrow and I will be done, and I won't have to, I'll just have to be reviewing it over the next week. But that's not usually how it works when I do a message. It takes me forever. So I'm probably not going to get any sewing done. But if I can get some sewing done this week, I'm not even sure what I want to work on. I've got that little bee fabric that I was going to make our little bonus granddaughter. But I kind of want to make something for myself. Like another one of these in a short sleeve. I don't know. So I probably am not going to get to anything, but if I do, I'm going to take some of that pretty fabric that I bought. It's down here on the floor, and since I'm attached with a microphone, I'm not going to try to pick it up. But I don't know. I really want to just keep sewing. I'm actually about to go to a t-ball game, so for somebody at church. So I don't even really have time to do this video right now. But y'all, it's still daylight outside. I'm finished sewing and it's still daylight. So who knows? Maybe I'll have some extra energy when I come home and I can start cutting out the next project. Oh no, I can't. I haven't washed it. Well, that stinks. Okay, I won't be doing that tonight. Maybe I'll cut out the little bee thing just to feel like I've done something. But anyway, that's been my sewing for the week. And as far as life, let's see. So Friday, what happened over the weekend? I can't even remember last weekend. I have no idea. It must have been phenomenal. I don't remember any of it. Yeah, I don't know. And over this last week, I had my little grandson, Arlo. It was his week to come over again. So I had him, and Wednesday night I fixed my serger. Thursday I worked at the church all day yesterday on my regular church stuff, graphics and all that. And today I've been sewing, and that's about it. Y'all, my life is boring, isn't it? It's really boring. So yeah, that's about it for my life. But I'm excited. I'm so excited. I got something done today. And I went ahead and serged the raw edges so that anyway, that part's done, and really she could go on with it just like this. So as soon as I see her and she tries it on, I will post pictures of that so y'all can see that. But thanks for encouraging me. Y'all have been so amazing. You have given me tips and techniques to try, and I actually did the gathering on this with elastic. I tried it with the clear elastic, and I just couldn't do it. So I used not regular elastic. I used, because when COVID happened, I bought like 1 million yards of elastic to make face masks, of which I made 2. So I have all this elastic left. So I just went ahead and used that, and it worked great. The elastic gathering tip was phenomenal. Several of you mentioned that, so thank you so much. Anyway, it worked. I'll put a link in the video in the description box. I watched Sam from Frugalissima. Her tutorial of it is the one I've watched a couple, but I watched hers and it clicked. So anyway, thank you, Sam, for helping me out. I'll link that in the description. Did I already say that? I don't know. I'm kind of rushed because I've got to go to this T-ball game. We're supposed to leave 5 minutes ago. But anyway, y'all have a great week. Thanks so much for watching, for commenting. I love it so much, for subscribing, and just thanks a lot. And I will be back with you next week for another, possibly no Friday Sews, but a Friday Sews next week. All right, I'll see you then.